So, hello and welcome to my next chess video. This time I show you the game between Deep Fritz 14 versus Komodo 13, the Monte Carlo tree search version. And I let them play the position you see here on the left. The first move played in the game and was calculated because I let them play without opening books or table bases, as always. Was the main move Bishop f1, which is also the best move. In my tournament game I had this position on the board. My opponent played bishop here, then I took there and it went like this. This game is also on my channel. Bishop f4, check, and now I think I played h5. And the game went somehow b3, castles, or something like this. But I got a pretty good position here out of the opening, and yeah. I will link the video to that game in the description below. We had the move bishop f1 here, and now Komodo, the Monte Carlo tree search version, captured the pawn on d5 back, and also pins the g-pawn here. Here we could have queen f3, but this is, I think, not what white is aiming for in the opening. At least it would be very dull. And I think it would also be a little bit dubious, because I don't know, maybe you can even ruin the pawn structure here and play with the knights. Maybe this is possible for black, and maybe it's even better for black, but here we have the move knight c3, which is attacking the queen, and also it's a fork on this pawn, so maybe queen here. No, it doesn't matter, because this pawn is attacked twice, so not sure what to play here. Komodo is thinking about queen c5, but what about knight takes here, threatening that one? And if you go there, then captures. Okay, captures. You gave up the bishop pair as black, but you got the center and you have more development, so maybe this is possible for black to do so. Maybe even white is capturing with the bishop here and again develops it instead of the knight, just capturing the pawn with the bishop. But this has no threats. I think you could maybe try knight g5, be direct, go after the mate, and if castles, then h5 could be a move. Can never really kick that knight. Maybe you can, not quite sure. But after h5 there is also this knight coming in here, so I doubt it that this direct mate threat is a possibility. Maybe bishop to g4, attacking the queen. Yeah. Bishop back seems like the best move here. So, but then you took the bishop 3 times, so I'm not sure. Either knight takes is an option, or some other move. Maybe you don't even take this pawn. Maybe no, this is a bad move. Clearly, you lock down your bishop. d5 you can also not play. Maybe knight coming here, attacking the queen. Knight takes, and queen d4, attacking the knight. Not sure. Knight here, and only then trying to capture the pawn, but then black can defend it. find it quite easy, this position, to play with black, to be honest. I don't see real plans for white here. Okay, knight c3 was obvious, but queen c5 was a good move. I only see knight takes d5 here. Yeah, only knight d5. Bishop takes d5 is calculated by Fritz as the best move. Bishop takes d5, followed up with bishop e7. This is Fritz's line. I would be more direct there with bishop g4, actually. Because f3 you don't really want to play, because then you would never be able to castle, because this square would be defended. So yeah, either bishop captures with check, queen captures, and then f3. But this is also risky. What is if white is just playing bishop c5 and allowing this, because then you get queen here and it's a double attack. It's a double attack to the rook and the f2 pawn, but I think rook f1 defense. Well, I'm actually not that sure about this, because what about knight g5? What about knight g5? Okay, if you're greedy and take that, then bishop here check. Only move is to go there. No, wait. No, queen here doesn't work, because the rook just moves back. So bishop here, king there. Do you have anything here as black? Yeah, you could go after the knight here, at least. Okay, let's try this. Bishop check. You cannot go back, so you have to go forward. This is your only square. And then maybe even just castling. Yeah, castling looks good. With check, there is also only one square now left. And now queen here check. Again, only one square left. Isn't this right? One square. Yeah, one square left here, and then queen d5 check. But also Komodo MCTS thinks bishop e7 is a better move, but this is a mate here. So, because only move is to go there, and then queen here is checkmate. So, yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's go over this again. This little hand, rook takes. I think the same would happen if knight takes. Bishop here, bishop there, 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 and there. Yeah, it's nice, but we have in the game bishop e7. I think there is a lot of things wrong with that knight, with that line. For example, it starts even here after castling. No, wait. Bishop g4 was my line. This, I think, taking on c6 is not that great. Just going back with the bishop should be the move. And also after takes, f3, bishop c5 is just a monster move. You cannot take the bishop. So, and here I think it's lost. This is lost now for white. but it would be a possible line. It's a nice line, at least. We had bishop takes b5, and now bishop e7 was the move played in the game. So trying to develop pieces this way. And castle maybe next move. So white can castle here as well, I think. Now maybe bishop g4 is strong again. Okay, takes, f3 here. f3 here with the king not being in the center. Okay, you get a check. And then maybe even again this. Takes. And castling takes. And what to do with white here? Bishop g4 should be played at some point. At least bishop b7 is the move Komodo MCTS is thinking at. Also Fritz thinks bishop d7 should be played. So let's see. Okay, h3 doesn't work, by the way, because you can just take with the rook with mate, because this pawn here is pinned. So let's try e3, just do something. Yeah, then this is just a killer, right? Because again, h3 doesn't do anything. No. Oh, the knight is covering the h3 square, so it's not a mate. Also, by the way, that line, it's not a mate, because the knight can take the rook. So pawn takes, d3, let's go d3. Yeah, still that move. h3. The knight is still covering the h3 square, so there is no rook takes. How can you possibly win that? How can you win that? Knight coming in. Knight can come in somehow. Yeah, you can of course castle, because there is no knight takes, because of rook takes here with, no, not rook here. Rook takes here with checkmate. Now the knight is not covering the h3 square, and this pawn again here is pinned on g2, so this doesn't work. But there are other moves. Okay, but what active moves does white have here in that position? Let's say bishop e2. You could maybe even capture now. Knight takes and rook there. Because the knight is covering g4, there is no knight, queen g4. And I think there is no defense against rook takes h3. The knight is pinned. The king cannot help out, because the pawn is covering this square here on h2, so risky. But we have queen f3 here on the board, so not this line, not castling, but queen f3 going after the knight. Okay, that's why bishop d7 should be played here. Now what we fight? Okay, queen f3 is a better move than castling in the foreign position. Now it's white's move again. Now it's white's move again. Maybe castling now. Black can also castle. You don't really want to capture here and allow this tempo gain. So maybe d3 in that position. Maybe prepare bishop here, not queen here. Maybe prepare bishop e3. h6. Oh, we have bishop b7, not bishop e7. Bishop b7 by Komodo, which is a move I also thought about. It looks more logical putting the bishop on that diagonal. Yeah, I just saw the move b4 appearing by Fritz. So if you take here, then bishop takes there, because it's eliminating a defender, deflecting, tactic, deflection. So let's play queen b3 or queen d4. No, queen b3, because you have to protect the knight. So what now? Oh, that's class. That's class. Knight here is a good move after that, because if you take here, then I take there, which attacks the knight and the king. You can also take the knight immediately, but this is better, because then you play queen here check, king has to go back maybe, and then, yeah. Okay, queen b6, so you have to go there then. Yeah, but there, then it comes that way. In the other line, after queen b3, knight here, queen d4 maybe, but then you allow that fork. So it's complicated, this stuff. Yeah, queen d6 of course. I think that's better. Now knight here is interesting. I quite like that move. Because you still cannot take there because f3 is hanging. Yeah, but let's say this, then f3, maybe even, yeah, maybe, probably with a knight, full king. So you have to move the queen, let's say to here. This would defend the knight also, and attack the bishop. So queen d6, maybe you can take, because after taking here, you'd be down a pawn. You'd be down a piece, you just lost a piece there. And it doesn't seem as though that you get it back soon. Okay, this doesn't work. Oh, but you can defend the rook that way. Which is nice. Which is nice. Actually. Now you could also move that knight. Maybe to here. Threaten to take that pawn and to take that bishop. But that's very complicated, this stuff. That's very complicated. Bishop here. Maybe defending. Or even bishop d3. Might even be stronger. And then I'm not sure. it's a chaos on the board, but black is up a piece. So I think the move played in the game after queen d6, not that one. The move played in the game, this one. No, what am I talking at? This one, of course. And now rook to b1, defending the bishop, allowing the knight to attack the pawn or to go to d4. h3 looks a little slow because of that. This looks terrible for white. Let's be honest. This looks terrible for white, attacking the queen. Queen goes there, and now bishop takes here, threatening knight here. Only square is this, but then knight here forks those two pieces. So this is just deadly, this knight maneuver here. But what other squares does the queen have? Okay, could go there. Still the knight is pinned, and still black cannot castle because of that, because of the threat on h7. So maybe that one, attacking the queen again, and then the queen has to go here. Again, you cannot castle, but maybe you can play this one now because there is no threat. And now you have to, no, you cannot play g3 because the pawn is pinned. So wow, this is also very complicated. So we had bishop d3, rook b8, and now knight here. Okay, not taking, because now the bishop is defending this square. So Fritz was just preparing that move. Queen d7. Okay, white has a lot of activity. White has really a lot of activity. White is, I think, a little bit better there. No, Fritz gives it as equal, and Komodo MCTS also gives it as equal. Which version is this again? 1301. So let's see, queen d7 and bishop b2. c3 is the move which Fritz is playing here, defending his b-pawn. Komodo was giving... oh, yeah, Fritz changed its mind to bishop b2. But now knight takes d4. Okay, this rook b1 was also preparing knight takes b4, because now this doesn't do much, because the bishop here is defended. Bishop b4, knight b4, and bishop takes e5. A lot of pieces in the center for white. This looks very dangerous for both sides. Castling looks interesting. No, you cannot go knight takes. Oh, yeah, sure, you take here. This is just completely over. With that check and queen here, and it's over. So you cannot castle. So what do you do here? Knight takes d3, of course, should be the move. Now c takes d3, I think. Followed up with h6. Takes. Oh no, this whole take stuff doesn't work. Knight takes d3, pawn takes, h3. h6 takes. This is working, but now two pieces are hanging. You could probably defend this somehow. No, you cannot. Never. So bishop takes d3 and knight takes d3. Oh, h6, and we had bishop immediately. Bishop takes f6. Takes, takes. And now again the queen is hit and the knight is hit. And if you go there, then this one hits. But then this comes. Oh, it's very tactical. It's really very tactical. Knight takes, pawn takes, and knight d4. Knight there. Paw. This is a complicated opening and tactical opening. Knight takes d3. Check can come anytime. Okay, that's why after bishop takes, no, not castles. After h6, bishop takes, there was not bishop takes played, there's pawn takes played. And if you play this now, then it's just not working. Oh, maybe it even is. Somehow, wait. Yeah, you have to take this. And now after that, you cannot take the knight because your rook is hit. Castling is also not possible. Yeah, knight takes. Very complicated line. What to do? Yeah, you have to take. And allow queen takes. Threatening the rook. Threatening the rook. Okay, rook there maybe. Now knight back. And rook takes here. No, doesn't work because you lose the rook there. Okay, you lose the you lose a knight here as well. But this knight is also gone. With check. Wow, this is very complicated stuff. So knight takes, bishop takes, queen here, knight here. Rook takes g2 and this check. Okay, you cannot go rook takes g2. Yeah, but you at least can get rid of the queens here. But you're down a lot of pawns and your pawns are bad with black, so queen takes. I wouldn't want to defend this with white. Okay, first of all you have to get rid of that piece. Takes. Then you attack the knight. Probably then you take the pawn. Give up the rook for that attack. This now looks to be over for white. So rook g2. Or knight takes d3 and then rook g2. Okay, we had g takes, knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Knight takes d3 immediately. This is my line here, I analyzed. Rook g2, what is given castles? C takes d3 and then castles. What the hell? Castles. Queen takes here, threatens mate. Mate in 1. How can this be even? Why does the engine give this as even? This should be much better for black. This is just a monster position. Queen f3 maybe, queen f5 to defend and also attack a little bit. Then castles. Queen takes d3. It's interesting. No, why this? Why not just go there? This is better. This is much better. Defending and also cutting off the king from escaping. And now rook here will come, followed up with rook there. And this shouldn't be able to... For example, what is if castling? No, bishop here. Yeah, bishop here is killing. Bishop here is just killing. You threaten mate here, and you threaten mate like this or like that. So I think this is deadly now. Okay, queen takes d3 is the idea after castles and queen takes here. So that's why both engines are giving castling here. And only then take the pawn. But then you could go queen here. This is a great move actually. Okay, f3, you take the knight, and then you are up a piece. So bishop, queen g5. Okay, so that's why knight f3 should be played there. Now you could trade down into an endgame, where I think you get down your pawns pretty quickly. Rook here and let's say king there. Rook here and... no, not this rook. Yeah, the other rook I would take. Or I would go after the c-pawn trade. So we have castles. Still, I would go knight f3, but I wouldn't take this. How to attack the queen, that's the question. 4 against 6 pawns. So knight takes d3, pawn takes d3, and castling. Castling is a brave move. Queen takes h6 and queen f5. No, queen takes d3 is just killing. Komodo, what is Fritz doing here? What is Komodo doing here? Knight takes d3, castles, castles. Let's see, queen takes here again. Then he could take there. Threaten the mate, kicking the knight. Knight take, knight here. Not c5. Knight takes. Pawn takes. Queen takes. And we're 4 against 3, but black has a clear plan. And how can white stop this? Let's say rook here, rook there. Okay, you could go rook here. Again. Then rook there, and then rook here. And black is the one who is faster. So this one, followed up with that one, check. So let's say king here and now king there. Well, it still doesn't work. Not sure if it's working. Check. F3. That's the problem, so I think it doesn't work. Okay, you could go back here, but this is not the position you want, being down a pawn and being so passive. So there must be another solution to that. Takes, takes, takes. And rook here is a strong move. Yeah, so probably not trading. Probably going here immediately, and after that going there. And after that you could go there, maybe queen f5. Knight here. Is there a mate? Not really, but you can go queen. No, you can't go queen there. Rook check. Also doesn't work, because the king is... No, this, nothing does work here. No attacking ideas. Maybe queen there. But at least you have f3, because now you threaten rook takes, but after that takes, takes, you have nothing. The knight is defending g2, so this is also not the aim. So we had castles, castles. Oh, castles, castles. Oh, that's why both engines are giving it as even, because of that. And now white has to go for the perpetual. Not sure if it is. Yeah, it is. No, not here. And now then it's a perpetual. Okay, it's a draw. That's why both engines were giving it as a draw after castles, castles. But it was an interesting game here. Fritz was holding it to a draw. Very nice play. Bishop takes, castle, no, not castles, of course. Bishop takes, h6, pawn takes, g takes, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes d3, pawn takes d3, and yeah, rook g1 was an idea, but castles is just a draw. There is nothing for white. White has to go for this. Yeah, it was an interesting game, very tactical in the background, very tactical game. I would have made other decisions in that game, like after knight takes b5, like after bishop takes b5, I would go bishop g4 actually. This is what I would do. This is the first thing I would play differently, but here we had bishop e7, and after queen f3 after queen, knight c3, queen c5, bishop takes b5, bishop e7, queen f3, bishop b7 is also right, b4 is also a nice move. Queen here, knight c4. First of all, bishop d3. This is a precise move. This is also precise. Knight e4, queen there, rook there, knight there. No, not knight takes, but bishop takes e5. Followed up with h6. Yeah, this is strong. She takes f6, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes d3, pawn takes d3, and here the other move is rook g8, which looks interesting, but maybe there is a refutation to it. Here we had castles, and there it was again interesting because bishop h6 is queen h6 with the mate threat is just not working because of that. Bishop here, still the h file is defended, and there is now no defense anymore. So that's why after this castles we had this draw on the board, h takes g5, queen takes g5. But yeah, it was really very tactical, this game. I had to think a lot there. A lot of nice variations. Yeah, this is one of my favorite openings here. This b5 move, because it gives black so many options. Also there are many options for white. But white can go wrong here pretty easily, because after bishop takes b5, I think it's already better for black. So bishop f1 is the best move here. It looks ridiculous, but it is the case. Knight c3 and only then take here on b5. Most probably this is the right thing there. It looks strange moving the bishop 3 times in the opening, also the knight twice, but it looks as though that this is the best course of action. White is at least up a pawn here. White is up a pawn here, but black has loads of compensation for it. Here bishop e7. I don't really understand that move. I would have preferred bishop g4, but the rest of the game they played pretty good. And I don't even know if bishop g4 is a good move there. Maybe there is a refutation to this as well. But knight g4 was failing due to h3, I guess, and this and h3. So bishop takes b5, bishop e7, queen f3, bishop b7, b4. b4 is also a nice move because you can't take. Bishop d6, and then bishop, no, not bishop d3 in that position. Yeah, of course, bishop d3, rook there, both precise moves. Knight ce4, queen there, bishop there, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes d3, pawn takes d3, h6. No, first Fritz played h6. And then we had this intermezzo with knight takes d3 and castles, and yeah, this and castles and castles, followed up with h takes g5, queen here, and the perpetual check. Yeah, phew. Very nice game. So I'm waiting till it's over, till both engines are agreeing to a draw. There is nothing for those engines, or I adjusted. No, I want to have it on the board. Yeah, Fritz is holding a draw with the white pieces against Komodo MCTS 13, Komodo 13.01. Very nice. Very nice game. I enjoyed it. Very tactical. Okay, I'll make a short break and smoke a cigarette. See you soon. Ciao. So I'm back. They still didn't agree to a draw. Now they agreed to a draw. So I will save this and I will open it again later this game. Wait, so there it is. How can I save it there? Okay, I think I cannot save it. So let's just close it and do it as I always do. And let's see, my idea with bishop g4, this is what I wanted to ask. So this can go there. You don't have to see that. So both engines were playing a well game there. Well played game. So let's ask Stockfish. What were the problem with what was the problem with bishop g4? So here we have the Stockfish evaluation. Okay, Komodo holded this game because it's pretty much very strong here. What was the move given? Knight c3, queen there, bishop takes, e5, bishop e7. Yeah, bishop g4 is the second move. After bishop g4, which was my idea, there is knight there, knight takes, check. Oh, okay. This is also playable for black. But white is up a pawn here in the night game, so not sure if you want to go for that. Bishop e7. Now bishop d7. Bishop d7 was the other move. But bishop b7 is also an option. Bishop b7 is now the main option. And now b4. Queen d6 and bishop back to d3. Knight c3 e4 immediately was given. And what is this if you take this with the knight? Knight takes e4, queen here, and d3. So this is also an option for black to just take the knight. Knight e4, just take it. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, and queen here, for example. So this was also an option. Bishop knight c4. Bishop d3 is not that great. Rook b8 also not so great. And now that continuation. h6 was a mistake, according to Stockfish. Here knight takes d3 immediately. And then castles. What castles is working in that position? Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Wow. takes, knight takes, and rook there. Also very tactical. Also very tactical, yeah. But what is if you take it with the knight? Queen takes f6, queen h3 is the second move. What is if you take it with the knight? Talking immediately. Bishop takes. What is if you go there? Then rook e8 or knight takes d3 like in the other variation I analyzed. Okay, so this is never a real threat. So after this, bishop takes, g takes, and queen takes f6. This is nice. Followed up with that and that move. Now queen f4, not even giving that. No, there is no check. Queen f4. Okay. That's a nice little variation to keep in mind. This was another option after that move. But h6 is also a fine move. Here, bishop takes, d takes, knight takes. What was the other option? Knight takes d3 immediately. Okay, yeah, it's just a transposition, I think. Queen takes and knight takes d3. Castles, castles. H takes g5 because, yeah, taking the h pawn doesn't do so much. Because as you see there, knight takes d3 is just, queen takes d3 is just amazing. And here we just had the draw by perpetual check. Yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.